When a woman enters a man's house, she has already placed herself in a position where he can act toward her as he chooses, even if she disagrees. Bhadman invited this lady to his house, claiming he needed her to cook for him because he lives alone and doesn't know how to cook. They met on a popular local dating app, and ever since their profiles matched, they have been in close contact without having met in person. The lady insisted on having an official date outside, but Bhadman convinced her to come cook for him at his house for their first official meeting instead of going out to eat. A first date doesn't always happen at a restaurant. Sometimes it starts in someone's kitchen. Seeing everything the lady had brought, Bhadman quickly suggested they go to the kitchen to unpack and start cooking right away. He offers to carry the heavy bag to the kitchen himself, portraying himself as a gentleman while his mind is consumed with his hidden intentions. The lady walks into the kitchen and is immediately impressed by its cleanliness, unusual for a man's space, just as Bhadman enters carrying the bag. He carefully places the bag down and begins unpacking its contents, inquiring what the lady would like to cook and how he might help. The lady explains that she needs to change into more comfortable clothes to cook easily, noting that she brought a spare outfit with her. Bhadman quickly agrees, offering to let her use his room to change, while gesturing for her to go ahead, assuring her that he's right behind. He guides the lady into his room to change, and with a warm smile, encourages her to make herself completely comfortable. Many times, the hand that offers comfort is the same one that withdraws it. She sits on the bed and gratefully thanks him for his kindness, while he steps out to give her space to change. After changing into more comfortable clothes, the lady returns to the kitchen to continue with the cooking. Bhadman stands near the kitchen door, keeping out of sight while watching her with a lustful eye. Bhadman's true intention in inviting the lady is not to have her cook for him, but to pursue intimacy with her. Not every invitation comes with pure intentions. Some hide desires beneath the surface. The lady prepares the meal in the kitchen, unaware that her seemingly kind host is actually a predator, keeping a close eye on her. Her change of clothes reveals more of her body than before, fueling Bhadman's lust as he steps away to plan his next move. By consenting to cook for Bhadman at his home, the lady unknowingly entrusted her safety and well-being to him. Several hours later, Bhadman lounges in the sitting room, scheming on how to satisfy his lustful intentions toward the lady. She walks from the kitchen to the sitting room to tell him she has finished cooking and asks if he wants to eat, but he declines. He then suggests that she sit, so they could talk, but the lady tells him she's tired from cooking and wants to rest in the bedroom for a while. He immediately agrees to let her rest in his bedroom, and as she leaves, a look of excitement gradually spreads across Bhadman's face. Without much effort, the lady has ended up exactly where he had been scheming to get her. She sits comfortably on the bed, pulls out her phone to check for any missed messages, and then sets a timer to decide how long to sleep before waking up. With everything arranged to her liking, she places her phone beneath the pillowcase so the alarm will be close enough to wake her, and then drifts off to sleep. Not every bed you see is meant for rest. Some come with a hidden price, even if they seem like a favor. A few minutes after the lady falls asleep, Bhadman quietly enters the room and perches at the edge of the bed, his lustful eyes fixed on her. He knows that with her asleep, he can get close for intimacy, assuming she would be more compliant. Opportunity does not excuse immorality. Respect must always come first. He gazes at the lady, and seeing that she is in a deep sleep, he sits close to her, letting his imagination wander toward fulfilling his desires. Desire without consent is a path that leads only to harm. He reaches out to touch the lady, and she immediately wakes, turning away from him with clear disapproval on her face. Before her visit, she clearly told him that she would not be intimate on the first date and would appreciate it if he didn't push, and he agreed, but now doing otherwise. Noticing her displeasure, he leans in, but she quickly pulls back, reminding him of his promise not to pressure her for intimacy. Promises are meaningless if boundaries are not honored. Bhadman tells the lady that according to a supposed tradition in his apartment, any woman who cooks for him is expected to yield to his desires. The lady firmly refuses to give in to his pressure, reminding him once again that this is their first date and he should not demand intimacy, then turns back to climb on the bed to continue her sleep. Refusing to compromise your limits is a declaration of your worth. Bhadman remains persistent, attempting to use soft and tender words to sway the lady's affection. As she pretends to be asleep, he moves closer, hoping to spark her affection, but she immediately pushes him away, shouting at him. In that moment, the lady realizes that Bhadman has no intention of stopping his advances without a struggle. Persistence becomes dangerous when it ignores the boundaries of others. Even with the lady's firm refusal, Bhadman remains persistent, clinging to the misguided belief that any woman who cooks for him is obliged to fulfill his desires. Clinging to false beliefs never justifies crossing someone's boundaries. Frustrated, the lady steps away from the bed, pushes Bhadman, and storms out of his house, muttering insults as she goes. She never imagined that the man she thought was humble and charming on the dating app would be so different in person. Not every profile reflects the person behind it. Reality often tells a different story. Boiling with frustration over his failure, he throws the pillow to the floor in anger, and in that moment, discovers the lady's phone she had forgotten. Holding the phone in his hand, he realizes the lady will surely return for it and begins plotting to take advantage of the situation. As the lady walks home from Bhadman's house, she suddenly realizes she doesn't have her phone with her. She quickly checks her pockets and then her handbag, but doesn't find the phone and slowly begins to panic as she wonders where she might have left it. Her mind races as she rummages through her bag, and then she remembers that she had used her phone to set an alarm and placed it under Bhadman's pillow. The thought of returning to Bhadman's house, where she knows she's no longer welcome, torments her as much as leaving her phone behind, leaving her torn between retrieving it and preserving her peace. Bhadman waits in his sitting room, confident that the lady will come back for the phone she left behind. Hearing a loud knock at the door, he suspects it's the lady and quickly moves to hide the phone on the other couch, intending to deceive her about it. One small lie can change everything. He opens the door and angrily asks why she has returned, and she quickly explains that she came to retrieve the phone she forgot. He quickly denies having seen the phone, yet the lady presses on, determined to confirm she left it there. She pleads with him to fetch the phone, but he ignores her, prompting her to push him aside and walks in to pick it herself. He quickly follows her, shoves her onto the bed, and climbs on in an attempt to be intimate with her. The lady firmly resists, making it clear she won't submit to his advances, and to her surprise, he cautions her to remain calm for her safety. Stepping into a stranger's home, no matter how friendly or charming they seem online, can place your safety and well-being at serious risk, as appearances can be deceiving and hidden intentions may turn a simple visit into a dangerous situation. After Bhadman's illegal advances, the lady lashes out at him with harsh words, declaring that she will report his behavior to the proper authorities. Speaking out against abuse is a powerful act of courage and protection. He sits without remorse as he listens to the lady describe how she will report him, but realizing he might face consequences, he immediately stops her from leaving. He then grabs the pillow and swiftly begins to strangle the lady, attempting to silence her and conceal the truth. This is a lesson to everyone. Meeting someone in their personal space can put you at serious risk, even if they seemed kind or charming online. No one has the right to pressure or force intimacy, regardless of traditions or misconceptions. Appearances, especially on dating apps, can be deceiving. True character is revealed through actions, not profiles. If a situation feels unsafe or uncomfortable, remove yourself immediately. Thank you for watching this video. Please share and comment where you are watching from.